everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are joined here today by Emmanuel and Tamera. Welcome. How are you guys feeling?
Good.
Doing great.
Okay, good, good. It's good to have you both back. We did have you on episode 75 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you ended up matching. Is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Yeah.
We got a match! I'll take the mic, and you guys can go on off. Make some noise for them, ladies!
Yeah.
All right. So, kind of just to get into the show a little bit, what made you both want to apply for the show? So, let's start with you, Tamara.
So what made me want to apply was I feel like I'm in a space where I'm looking for somebody that I want to be with long term and connect with. So I just felt like I've been watching Pop the Balloon. I've been watching you guys' follow ups and everything. I've seen some success. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, maybe I can try my luck and see what happens with me. So that's why I did it, just to explore, see who's out there. It's just a new experience and to see if I'm able to find my match.
Yeah, definitely. What about for you, Emmanuel?
Yeah, something similar, but I feel like you're one like the few uh like YouTube channels that actually were Christian based. So I was like, let me just hop on there, see what's up and see the opportunities. But yeah, it was mostly that.
Nice. And
Mhm.
so you actually came back twice. So
Yeah.
what would you say was the more like a better experience for you, the first time or the second time around?
Honestly, it was two different experiences because the
Yeah.
first time you're in the lineup, right? I was in the lineup, and it's not as much pressure because you do the pop in, you're popping when they walk out. But then the second time walking out, it's a lot of pressure. Like I look calm, but it was you had to think about a lot of things.
Yeah, definitely. And then
Yeah.
Tamara, did you catch him on the first time or did you recognize him when he came out that second time?
No,
Oh,
I
you
did not
did.
recognize him. His hairstyle was completely different. I did not recognize him.
Okay.
Mm.
And when did you realize that he was like a returner?
He told me. I think he
Oh,
had
okay, okay,
mentioned or
okay.
something. Yeah, he had mentioned that because I had no idea that he was already on there.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
God. Okay, well, that's interesting. Well, let's go ahead and hop right into the main reason why everyone joins these catch ups. Since you guys ended up matching, have you gone on a date?
Yeah. One of the
yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah, one of the
okay.
yeah, we have.
Good. Okay, well, let's hear about it. I usually start with the women, but let me start with Emmanuel. Let's hear about it from him first.
Okay. So I'm gonna start. So after we matched in the show,
Hmm.
we sat together like behind the scenes, and I was like, "Hey, let's go on a date," and she said she was down, right? So I went to go look for a couple of restaurants,
Hmm.
just to give some options, and then I let her pick the restaurant she wanted to go to. It was a nice one, so we decided to on a restaurant and went from there. And after that, right, the studio, I had a rental, so she hopped in the car with me in my rental, and we rode to the restaurant together.
Hmm.
Yeah, so and we talked, chat up in the car, and then we got to the restaurant. And we're looking for a park in the restaurant, and we found parking and everything like that. And then once we parked, right? Mind you, she's in the passenger seat, I'm in the driver's seat,
Hmm.
right? And I'm not from Arizona, so I was using GPS, looking at my phone, right, trying to figure things out, like where the location was. And then next thing I hear is I'm waiting. Yeah. I'm like, oh, my bad. I'm taking some time, like, to hop out the car. And I'm like, okay, all right, let me just hop out real quick. And I'm looking over, she's not moving, right? she's,
Period.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
she's not moving. And I'm like, oh, waiting for what? Wait, and I'm like, waiting for me? Then she was like, yeah. I'm like, wait for me to open the door? And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, here we go.
Wait,
You know what
what
I'm
do you
saying?
mean? Here we
Here we
Yeah.
go. Here we go.
What?
Right?
Mhm.
So now I have to run around the car like Sonic the Hedgehog to come open the door for her. And yeah, and then after that, right, I was like, it's some things we're not seeing eye to eye on certain things. But then the thing about this is that like we on the date, it was fine, right? But
Mm,
later on, like, it came up was like why the reason that she wanted me to open the door for her, right?
okay.
And this is literally this is what happened. She was like, you know that my ex used to open the door for me, right? And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, yeah, when I was with him, I ain't touched any doors. And I'm like, okay. And she was telling me some other stuff, and she was like, and right, and then you're a gentleman, right? And I'm a queen, so yeah, I deserve the doors to open up for me. And I'm like, the delivery was terrible,
Okay.
Arlette. So the thing is though, like, let's spin it back the other way around, right? Because I feel like I need you to understand this.
Hmm.
I need you to understand this, Arlette. Spin it the other way. So let's say, for example, right? I'm like, hold on.
I
Let's
don't
say
mean
for
to
example,
laugh. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's say for example, right? I was like, instead of going to a restaurant, look. Tamera, my ex used to cook for me. Why are we going to a restaurant? Let's go to Walmart, get some groceries, some ingredients, and cook for me, And you're a lady, right? And I'm a king, so yeah, I deserve that meal. Listen, Arlette, they were trying to bury me, cancel me, everything with a scatter. I know for a fact. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact. So like just is more like like the delivery was bad and she
Okay.
compared me to her ex within the first say 24 hours of me knowing her. She questioned my character, asked me if I'm a gentleman.
Hmm.
And I feel like it was just like a little bit of what could to me at that time, right? Was like a little bit of what can like progress and get worse further in a relationship. So
Okay.
that's what happened.
Okay.
That's the date. And then go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Uh-huh.
Okay. So that was the, like the date part like that. And, after that, but then, so later on, fast forward, I'm gonna skip a bunch of things, but let's fast forward. We get back to Atlanta because we had the same flight back and then we had the
Wow.
same hotel and like that. So we got to Atlanta and, she dropped off at my spot because she had her car at the hotel, at the airport.
Hmm.
So after a couple of days, like I think 2 or 3 days, I messaged her. I was like, I thought about it. I don't like to just jump into things. I like to think about things real quick. Think about things like before I actually do make a decision.
Yeah.
And then I messaged her. I was saying that like, listen, I thought about it, Tamera, and I will no longer want to pursue you romantically. I respect you and your time, and if you like to talk about it, let's talk about it. Right? She messaged me back saying like, yeah, she like to talk about it, stuff like that. But then we tried to set up a time, and I didn't hear from her for like almost a week. But then later on, I found out like she was going through some stuff, and then we ended up actually having a conversation. So, and it was yeah, she was like she wasn't like mad about it like that. She wasn't like like rude about it like that. She she said I understand, and she probably shouldn't have done that, and so forth. And we had a like bunch of other conversations after that. But yeah,
Okay.
that's like long story short.
Okay. So I got a couple questions, but let me hear from Tamara first, and then we'll go back and I'll ask some questions. So Tamara, let's hear about it from your point of view.
I have to breathe on. I'm not gonna lie, like, okay. So like he said, after the show, I'm not
Mhm.
gonna make it too long. He said he detailed it pretty well.
Okay.
After the show, we went on a date. I had expectation, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I agree with him. Yes, I shouldn't have brought up the ex, but
Mhm.
at the same time, like, as far as me waiting for you to open the door, that's just something I'm used to. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, I'm used to guys doing that for me for the most part. It's like, and once you get used to something, you expect it. It's like an expectation. So I just expected him to do that. And I like princess treatment. That's just how I am. I'm a queen. So, and I want to make that clear because I want to set the expectations moving forward. Like you have to set that standard. So I want you to know like what's up. So I didn't mean to come off rude or anything like that. But I just want to set the tone, set the standard. So that's what happened. I was waiting for him to open the door, and he eventually opened the door, which was great. And then we moved on. We had the dinner date. The dinner date was good. Like The ambiance was beautiful. It was definitely my vibe. Where did we go? It was like it was like a rooftop. Like a
Yeah, like a rooftop kind of restaurant. Yeah.
Nice.
yeah, it was very nice. So I like that. I thought his vibe was cool. Like he's a cool guy, chill. I think like so I was born here. Both my parents are African, but he was born in Africa. And I think like it's
I was
different.
born in Nigeria.
Born in
Yeah,
Nigeria.
you're born in Nigeria, right?
And where are your
I
parents from, Tamera?
Liberia.
Liberia.
And
Okay.
I was born here. So I think that the expectation for him, like as an African man, is different. Like they don't do that. Like they don't open the doors for
Ooh,
women.
I wouldn't say that. I would
I
not
don't know.
say
I'm not
that.
trying to like. We're not trying to comfort that. No, like, look, I'm not trying to do that. Whatever. I heard that. No, that's something that I've heard because I spoke to
Hmm.
my friend after I spoke to my friend about it, and she was like, "Yeah, like he's African. Like, what do you expect? He's not about to open. Like, no, like he's not about to do
No
that." And I was like,
way.
"What?" Yeah. So not that African men aren't gentlemen, they are, but I guess they just don't do stuff like that, like open the door for you, do all that. So,
Mm-mm. That's
basically that was the
generalizing.
interpretation. Yeah, I didn't know until my friend had told me like, what'd you expect? Like he's an African man, he's not about to do that. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I didn't really think of it that way, but his vibe, he's super cool. That was cool. And after that, like we had the date, everything was good. After the dinner date, we had a few conversations. I mean, I think that he's cool. We took a flight back to Atlanta. And we rode back. I dropped him back home. We had a few other like conversations. He told me he wasn't interested because of my delivery, and that's fine, or because of like me comparing him to my ex.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's what happened.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Emmanuel, I see you ready. Go ahead.
I need to address that part, please. I need to
Please,
address that
please
part for the
do.
continue.
Go ahead.
So Tamara, let me ask you a question, right? How did you get into that car? Who opened the door for
You
you?
opened the door.
How did you get into the restaurant? Who opened the door for you?
You did. So that's
How
why I
did
was
you? So
confused.
how did you leave the restaurant? Who opened the door for you?
You did, but I feel like
So the point is, it's not about me opening the door. I can do that for sure. To me, it was an inconvenience. I'm in the car with you, right? I have to run around like Sonic the Hedgehog to come open the door for you for hop out the car. You know? So to me, it's an inconvenience. It's not about opening the door. It's not about being like, romantic. It's more like to me, like I'm a very logical guy, right? Just open your door. I'm not next to you, like,
nah,
That's how I
no.
see it.
I don't do that. No. You like I would expect you to open the door.
That's fine. That's
Period.
fine.
All the time. All the time.
That's fine, but I'm just letting you my perspective, right? So we
Okay.
just don't see equal in that. That's the honest truth.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then also, it's a lot of things that I like. Again, I'm not appreciating the whole. Oh, he's they African. They don't do that. I don't
No,
appreciate
I
that.
have African parents. I'm African myself. Like I'm not trying to come for African people. That's just what I heard. And that's in
Yeah, but
I'm not trying to like
I know, I
that's
know.
just what I've
Yeah, but I still gotta address it. You know what I'm saying? Because
addressed it.
it come off wrong to me. Because there's a lot of things that I did that I know like other guys, even like other guys that aren't African that won't do. So I can give you two strong examples right now, Arlette. So we had the same. I told you we had the same flight back. We had the same hotel back, right? Same hotel as well. What a coincidence, right? So
I know, that's crazy.
yeah. So we rode back to the hotel together. We were chatting up everything like that. She started falling asleep. So once you get, so I'm like, hey, what's this? First of all, I feel like she trusted me because if I was in the car, somebody just met, like I'm not sleeping, right? But she was in the car sleeping like that. So I was like, oh, that's cool. Like she trusts me somehow. But then I know she was super tired because again the time zone difference, right? So when we got back, I was like, you know what? Because I offered to take her to the airport, so I was like, because same flight back too as well, I might as well, right? And I was like, she's super tired. I was like, you know what? Just give me a hotel room number just in case because my gut was telling me, because we have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's super early, right? And I was like, just in case, let's just give me your hotel room number. She gave it to me, and then we went our separate ways. And then 4 o'clock hits. I'm hitting her up, right? There's no response. I'm like, thank God I actually asked for this woman's hotel room number. I went to the hotel, knocked on the door. She she just woke up, or like say she just woke up, and then she was like, "I'll meet you downstairs." She's like, "I'll meet you downstairs." Okay. Now I've already committed, right, to take us to the airport. So instead of me waiting downstairs, I went to get the car, get it ready, and I pulled up to the front, right? And later on, like minutes later, she came downstairs. She was calling me. She was like, "Where you at?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm in the car. I'm not in the lobby. I'm in the car waiting for you." Then she's like, "Oh, I thought you left me." And I'm like, "Listen, the kind of guy I am, right? If I commit to something, I like to try to stick to it, right?" And then I was like, "I won't leave you. Like, even if we missed the flight, you would have heard my mouth. I would have complained. I was like, we missed the flight, Tamara." But I wouldn't have left her. That's the honest truth, right?
Mhm.
Cool. Now, that's the first situation. A lot of guys, I know for a fact, right? If they're not ready at 4 o'clock, they don't miss the flight, and then they would have left her. Second thing, right? We get to the airport, and then is the security. So I have TSA pre-check. Tamara does not, right? Instead of like, so this is time we have to split apart, but instead of us having to like split apart, right? I was like, you know what? I can like forget the TSA pre-check this time. I actually want to stay with Tamara. You know what I'm saying? So I went through general boarding. It looked short at first, but then when we got into the line, that thing wrapped around like 100 times. So, it actually started prolonging our like the time to get to the gate and everything like that too as well.
Mhm.
So I'm just giving you examples. Like it's not about like African guys and like that or anything like that. It's just for me personally. Like certain things could be inconveniences, and I just wanted to separate like it's not being African about and that it was just my preference, my personal preference, and I would do things that a lot of guys won't do. Got like I was telling some folks that like, hey, by the way, I was saying some folks like the me like leaving my TSA pre-check. Some folks were like, you tripping, like what if you missed your flight from that? Because think about it, a bunch of delays back to back now, and we got there when they were like the line was almost
There
done.
was no line. There's literally no line.
What at the gate?
Yeah, at the gate. There's
There
no
was
line.
there was no line because the folks already boarded, so there's no line.
Yes. Yeah,
So
so it would make sense. I mean, okay.
the point is that if
Yeah.
we could have missed it, that's the point.
Not really. We came early, but okay.
There was no
I
line
mean, it's
at the
okay,
gate.
man. Like, it's
No,
okay.
no, 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 no. There was no line at the gate because they already started boarding. They're already on the plane. That's the point. There was no line. If there was a line, that means we were there early. Did you get that?
So you guys just made boarding, is what you're
We
saying.
just made boarding.
Okay. All right. So
Okay. Okay. I don't okay. We'll
And she
go
don't
with
appreciate,
that.
she don't appreciate that. Okay, okay.
I
Well, yeah, go ahead.
appreciate you coming with like walking with me. I just feel like there wasn't a line like there. I feel like you're trying to make it seem like you sacrificed like a whole bunch. Like I appreciate you walking with me to the line, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I have TSA and I waited a long hour line for you, just for you. Like it wasn't even like that. Like both of us walked. There was no line. Like the plane was not boarding. But I appreciate you coming with me. But it's whatever. Emmanuel, you're good. You're good. You're great. You're amazing. Like,
and just to clarify the whole, African men don't open doors things. I am married to one and I am also African and they definitely open doors. I'm not going to speak for every single man though, because, men from anywhere are all different. So you
yeah,
can't generalize in that sort
yeah,
of way or stereotype
right,
or like anything like
right,
that. Cause there's
right.
some
And
that do, some that don't.
I'm not personally stereotyping or generalizing or anything like that. That's just something that I've heard,
Mhm.
and I was surprised actually when I heard that, and I was like, I didn't even think about it that way because I didn't think like that. But so I'm not trying to like stereotype or generalize. Obviously, I'm African, so.
And so now since you guys had that final conversation, you guys haven't spoken again or
We spoke. We
Yeah, we
spoke.
spoke a couple times.
okay.
Yeah, we spoke.
Just to check up on each other or like what's there to talk about?
Mhm.
Yeah, we spoke.
So it's just personal stuff that we
Okay.
spoke about. But Emmanuel he's definitely been like really sweet. He's cool. Like I feel like he gets me like from a cultural perspective and understanding. So basically just personal stuff, like culturally he was able to walk me through some things. So I really appreciated that.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
But as far as like dating romantically, you guys have cut that off.
No, that's cut off
Okay.
based on what had happened, based on the delivery and everything.
Okay. But when he pointed that out to you, you saw what he was saying from that
Hmm.
perspective. And then
Yeah.
also, Emmanuel,
Mhm.
are you saying that opening doors all the time is an inconvenience for you? Or like just kind of clarify that for me a bit.
Yeah.
I just gave some examples, like, when she got into the car, I opened the door for her. When she gets to the restaurant, I open the door for her. Leaving the studio, I open the door for her.
Uh-huh.
The inconvenience of me having to hop out the car and open the door for you before you hop out the car, to me, is not, like, I'm very logical. It's not making sense to me logically, right? Especially if I just met you. Let's say, for example, later on, I was dating somebody, and then that's what they felt make them like. If she was like, oh, this makes me feel special, right?
Okay.
That's a different situation.
Hmm.
But if it's because that was your ex was doing for you, or what you're used to, like because of your exes, I mean, I got nothing to do with me. To be real with you, it doesn't, But so that's
Okay.
how I took it, and I'm sticking by that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I see. So obviously, we have different expectations when it comes to the talking stage and dating, because that's something that she wants from the jump. And you're kind of saying that's something that you can develop later on.
yeah. I'm saying that first of all is an inconvenience, and I'm saying that second, and I'm
Emmanuel.
saying, second is if it's someone that I love, yeah,
Yeah.
it makes them feel special, and like a queen, then I can open the door.
You can
Yes.
What was
accommodate.
that like sigh when you said like a queen? Like, what was that? Was that?
I mean, I, I mean, that's what we were talking about in this conversation, right?
Okay.
Queens
Okay.
and kings. So that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
That's what I expect. I have very high standards, so that's what I expect.
Okay. All right. So now, how's dating now? Are you guys still putting yourself out there? How's that looking for you, Tamara? Uh-oh.
um. So, I think that after the whole situation, I think I'm just not trying to date right now. Like at the moment, I'm trying to just work on myself,
Okay.
heal myself more, and just, you know, attract what I really want. Like I feel like I attract a lot of people,
Hmm.
but I want to start attracting people who are on the same like wavelength as me.
Okay.
So I'm just focusing on God. I'm focusing on like my Christ, on God, my mental, my physical, spiritual, all that stuff. Like I'm just trying to get me together 100% before I decide to like put myself back out there, because I don't want to just be attracting anything. I want to attract the king that's going to open the door for me.
What's up?
Okay. Emmanuel, what about for yourself?
Yeah. I'm right now. I'm taking it easy. Like I don't. Honestly speaking, I feel like the whole dating thing could be a lot.
Hmm.
And I don't want to. Similar to what's Mercy, I don't want to actually like get involved with the wrong kind of person,
Yeah.
right? Because if I'm the wrong kind of person, it makes it hard for me to find the right person, right? So I'm just praying about it, just being focused, working on myself in the meantime,
Hmm.
and then just praying that everything align. That's what I'm doing right now.
All right, nice. And are you guys working on any personal projects or, anything that the viewers can support you with?
Um, so I'm personal projects. Not really. I'm trying to get back into like my content creation. I have done a lot of that
Mhm.
in the past, but I'm trying to like align better with my faith, because I do a lot of faith-based content, but I want to align, like I feel like I've had different circumstances in my life, and I want to make sure that I'm giving out content that's helpful to people through my life experiences. So I'm working on getting back into that and hopefully having a podcast soon, for
Okay,
sure.
nice.
But yeah, as far as what I'm doing the next couple months, I am going to Africa actually in a couple days. I'm going to
Oh,
Liberia.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
And I'm going to Nigeria too.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
going to
Oh,
Nigeria for
okay.
nice.
Dirty December.
Okay. What's
Period.
up? What's up?
Yep.
Is this
So
your first time
you, you
back?
go. You,
this is my first time ever going.
okay.
Nice. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
because you were
You
born
go.
in
You go with
America.
family or friends?
So for the Liberia trip, I'm going with my family.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm meet my family. And then in January, I'm going, or like at the end of December, I'm going with my sister to Nigeria.
That's what's up.
Nice. That's
Mhm.
very nice.
You have a great time. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things.
Yeah, I have too. I'm excited.
Very nice. Well, congrats on, making that trip back home. That's going to be a good
Right.
one. And we'll keep tabs on, the content creation, the faith-based stuff. So I'm looking
Right.
forward to that.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
And Emmanuel, what about yourself?
Yeah, I work a a lot of things,
Okay.
but the way I was raised, just keep it low until everything's done. So no need for announcement right now, but I'll announce them later on.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep praying for you. We hope
Oh,
it all
appreciate
does
it
does well.
for sure. Yeah.
Right. Right.
All
Mhm.
right. Well, thank you both so much for coming on today and speaking with me, letting us know, how everything went down.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, guys, it didn't end in romance, but that's okay. It seems like there's a friendship that's, blossoming here, so that's still good. So thank you so much for coming on today, you two.
Thanks
Thank
for having
you.
us.
Of
Yeah.
Appreciate
course.
it. Thank you, Arlette.
Of course. And everyone at home, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you all next time.